Good morning, everyone. I'm Chandu Velala. I'm the head of sales for Sequretek, and love to have you today. And thank you, Venture Center and ICBA, for giving us this great platform. If you can see my screen. So what we do at Sequretek is complete enterprise cybersecurity, right? We do the detection, response, protection, and remediation. So in today's world, as you can see in this picture, every bank or financial institution has about 9 different integration points. And as you're modernizing and getting to digital transformation, getting new products for user experience, the bad guys are equally, at it, and they try to find the most vulnerable spot. So your security as good as your weakest link. So with this in mind, we decided to come up with a product that protects every device in your bank. Okay, number one. Number two, the security guidelines also regulators are constantly making more changes to keep up with security threats. So here's some 3 examples which I picked from FFIEC. They said starting May 2022, within 36 hours, you're supposed to inform your regulator of any incident. Whenever you have an unauthorized access, you're supposed to upload the transaction audit logs and detect anomalies in a timely manner. The only reason I put this out here is to show you that as we built the product, we made sure we factored in compliance and reporting guidelines, both from a process as well as a reporting perspective. So what we did at Sequretek is, as I mentioned before, we protect all areas of the bank. We give one single cloud security platform. We actually narrowed down to 3 distinct products. The first is XDR, that's the extended detection response. It uses artificial intelligence completely. It's an agentless product, and it can ingest logs from every device in your organization, security logs only. The second is the EDR, which is endpoint detection and response. It protects your endpoints. It's very similar to like Carbon Black or CrowdStrike or anything like that. Third is the user security. This is becoming extremely important for compliance purposes as well. So we do complete federated SSO, federated single sign-on. We have over 250 connectors already built to every application, including a core banking and HRMS systems, user lifecycle management, etc., etc. So today, in the interest of time, I'll focus on the XDR for the enterprise security. Okay. So why contain when you can prevent it? So how we do it is we pretty much sit on top of all your existing security products. So you may have 12 different technologies. So we have built API connectors to read from all of them, including cloud sources, including O365, including your network core switches, routers. And guess what? We'll give you one single pane of enterprise visibility, threats detection, everything. So this is something many banks have been telling us, that today they have to go to multiple places, but we are taking away that complexity for you. You go to one place in the morning. And eventually, if you want, you can start replacing some of your other point solutions if you feel that this is XDR is taking care of the business for you. So let's look at a quick demo. So assuming that you onboard all your devices, essentially what happens is the dashboards get populated with very rich content information, very good for the CISO dashboards. You have various tabs. You can look at how many web incidents you have. You can look at how many network incidents you have, malware incidents you have, etc. And everything can be drilled down. Now, in the whole dashboard page that you see, the CISO dashboard page, contains actually several individual sections. Like you have incident severity, incident types that you can see there. You can also look at the top use cases that were triggered. We built over 600 plus use cases just for this product. You can look at the incident trends that happened over a period of time every day. We use a big data lake platform. That's why you can do time series reporting, etc. And then if you look at the incidents itself, you can actually drill down to the actual incident that happened. In this case, let's look at a web attack type that happened. It gives you a whole wealth of information, and all these can be reported to the FFIEC straight away. We have a different reporting format for that. And then if you look at the various insights, which is what the CISOs look for, you have three different types. We have an attack association, we have insider threat enrichment, and it goes back the whole year. So in this case, you're looking at what happened the whole year, or different types of severity, what are the time series reporting, etc. And you also have attack classification, inbound threats, etc. And then if you look at the insider threat enrichment, you have various metrics there available: top targeted users, attack surface, top destination, the kinds of attacks, etc. So with that, you'll be able to gain more insight. We also have a GIS, which you can map your state, look at all the branches and headquarters, that way, if you want to target which ones. Let's look at device status. This is a very, very interesting one. Most banks that IT security people wanted a single pane window as they walk into their office, so you can see that the FortiGate firewall is offline, so which means that's already vulnerable, right? So you have this dashboard window looking at all your devices, and you can determine which is offline, then make sure that the logs are processed. You can also look at the events per second, how they trend, and we have those kind of features available. Also, let's look at the designer reports. Now, what we have done is I'm showing you like a listing of 5 designer reports that we currently have available, but there are actually a lot more. For the purpose of demo, we're just showing you 5 of them. So what these designer reports do, as you can see here, is we have trend analysis reports, user behavior anomaly reports, entity behavior anomalies, threat and malware, and MITRE reports. So let's look at the entity behavior anomaly. In this particular example, you're going to see that somebody actually went to your database server and issued some commands during non-business hours. So those are some examples that you can see. And then when you go back and look at the trend analysis reports, what you can see here is complete, the top inbound trend, outbound trend, web attacks. You could show you which IP address actually is causing that. It's come from that, and user behavior, entity behavior. And then finally, we look at the MITRE attack. All our correlations is done by MITRE. MITRE is the industry standard term for all the attack. You can see that there are, like 2 exfiltrations. There are like 34 defense evasions. So you can actually drill down and look at the list of the 34 defense evasion tactics that was adapted. And in this particular case, I'm drilling down on one of them. You can go straight to the alert ID, and the complete slew of information you're able to get there. And you can actually also go back and look at what mitigation help is being recommended. So you can click on the mitigation help, and that gives you an overview of what you need to do. But if you still want to go further detail, we give you a direct link to the MITRE attack page itself, so you can go and get a good description of what you need to do to prevent it. Now, by the way, we also have a SOAR engine that has an automatic remediation as well, which in the interest of time, I'm not showing that, but we have a complete SOAR platform to do automatic incident response as well. Okay. And the benefits are complete end-to-end protection of all your digital assets, quick deployment. 2 to 4 weeks, your entire enterprise is going to be secured. How about that? You can't beat that. The reason is we have API connectors, over 500 connectors built already to every device that you can possibly think of. And any new device, it takes 2 weeks for us to build. It's complete cyber risk identification mitigation, your full dashboards, very affordable, $60 per device per month, includes the whole enchilada for you, licenses and 24/7 SOC services. The value proposition is
John, we've got to wrap up. Unfortunately, if you want to go ahead and say your closing remarks,
okay. Yeah. So these are the 3 pillars: monitoring, protection, and reporting is what we take care of. And finally, I'm the head of sales, Chandu. The best way to remember me is Chandu Can Do Velala. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.